$5,000 in your account. That's stuff you gotta save up for. So taking that into consideration, you need to build yourself a safety net, is what I like to call it. We're gonna call it safety net 1, safety net 2, and safety net 3. These are 3 beginner safety nets that I've came up with myself that I believe are good safety nets. Okay? If you are, and I'm not judging, this is the age I'm gonna put in it. If you are age 18 and below, this is the safety net I need you to have. Okay? I need you to have $500 in the savings. Okay? That's one. I need you to be making more than $500 a month. That's 2. And then 3, I want you to start investing while you're still young. If you're 18 or under, that's what I want. 500, 500, and start investing. 500, 500, and 500. Let's say 500 investment, 500 save, and make it 500 a month. You know how many people sit in the chat and they say, Raud, I can't afford a sub. Now, it might be to a point where it's like, oh, if you can't afford a sub, get your money up, little nigga. But think about that. It could go 30 days without getting $8. And if they did get $8, they had to spend it on food. It just popped. So I need you to have safety net level 1. This is young adult. You need to have 500 in your savings, 500 in stocks. And I need you to be making at least 500 a month. At least. Alright? That's what? $125 a week. I don't care if you get yourself a little side hustle. Go get some money, look. The earlier you start, the better. And this before you get bills. Go get some money. If you're 18 or younger, find a little side hustle. And you look at real paying jobs as a young boy and you say, this little ass check. But bro, if you go work for $50, that's a big chunk of your $125 per week. Get it every week. Now look, your savings is literally for life or death moments. You should not touch your savings. Ever. And you shouldn't be saving in your Chase or your Wells Fargo or your I already showed y'all the app. I'm going to show you the app one more time. It's called Marcus. It's called Marcus. First app right there. I'm going to try to download it. That's where you save your money. You save your money in here. Why should I save my money in here? Right? Because as days come on, as y'all not putting money in your savings, y'all losing money. Every day that you exist, you losing. Cash is worthless, by the way. The greatest value cash got is if the place you want your desired good from is only accepting cash. Cash sucks. You lose money by doing cash. You got to take it out, ATM fees, or you got to go to your bank and take time out your day, which is more expensive. And if you let it sit for a day, you're losing money. Your dollars is losing money. Cash sucks. Facts, bro. They discount pennies. They discounted pennies at the bank. Bro, it's getting crazy. It's depreciating. If you save $10,000 right now, you put it under your mattress, in 10 years, your $10,000 might be worth $4,000. And that's being realistic. As of right now, $10,000 is worth like $6,000. A 10 ball is $6,000. So if we scale that down, your $1,000 is really $600. In a couple more years, that shit might be worth $500. You feel me? Your $1,000 might be worth $500. It's getting crazy. Now you say, why don't I save in my regular bank, but I save in Marcus? Marcus gives you a percentage on your money. They'll give you 3%, 4%, depending on how much money you got. If you got more money, they'll give you better percentages. I think they start you off with a 3.7 or 3.6. They give you 3.6% of your money back. You know what that does? That's a little safety net, and that's not even a lot. It's cute. That gives you safety that your $1,000 stay $1,000. W Slick promo. I wish I was partnered with Marcus. You know that's one of the biggest, largest banks in the world, and they've been around for years. I wish I was partnered with them. Trust me. I don't know who you think I am. Now look, let's pull out this calculator. Actually, nah. Let's pull out this calculator. Let's say you got $1,000 in there. Let's add 3%. You got $1,000 in there. Let's add 3.3%. You get $30. Now guess what? You got $1,030 in there. And then the next month they give you 3%. So you get three. Now it's not $30, and $30 is a meal. That's food. That's a good DoorDash. Two people can eat off that. And you know why that's good? Because if $1,000 go down one day and now it's worth $999, you just made 3%. So you that interest that you making is keeping your 1,000 a real 1,000. If you had 1,000 in there from 10 years ago up till now, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Your 1,000 probably would be way over 1,000. It would compound itself. You'd be 1,030. It'd probably be like 1,070. And it'd be like 1,090. And now it's 1,100. Now your 1,100 is compounded a little faster. Now it's 1,140. And it would go up, and that's 10 years. And it go up every month. So that's 12 months for 10 years. That's 120 months. Your 1,000 would be worth so much more. And guess what? Money has been doing that, compounding, backwards.
Just you, building your app on base 44. Describe it, and it's real. One thought leads to more thoughts. Layer by layer, taking shape. When you need your tools, bring them in. They just click. Okay, kick it up a notch. Create something.
Been doing that. It been doing that same thing I'm explaining to y'all, but backwards. The economy been doing that to the dollar, and nobody see it backwards. And you might say, how? If I still got my 10,000 cash, how is they making it worth less? They're raising the prices by that much of everything, and you don't know this because now you. So you need to fight back, and one of the ways to fight back is to put your money in something that gives you interest. And something that gives you interest.
No, that's okay? Righteous.
Alright. Alright.
That is smart.
And when you leave your money in your chase, it's equivalent to leaving cash under your bed physically. You go to Marcus, and they give you the interest. Let me see if I could go to my joint and scroll to one of my interest joints. Let me see them giving me some cheese. Let's see real quick. Let me scroll. And let me just show y'all how it works. And this is just how to save once you get the discipline. Because this is just another savings account. It don't lock your money in. You can take it out whenever you want. You can switch it to your Chase. You can do whatever you want. So this not locking your money in. This is not the discipline. It's not the key. It's just where to put your money. I'm just answering that second question. You can still go in here, reach in here, and take your money. Don't touch your money. Do not touch your money. It's dumb. If you feel like you about to touch your money, delete the app. But I'm trying to show y'all without showing too much. Alright, so look, it's gonna say this. It's gonna say interest paid. Make sure there's no numbers. Bet. I gained $100 off interest. $100 off interest. $100 is a lot of money. But guess what though? If I was a millionaire, guess what's 3% of $1 million? Da 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 da. Once you're rich, it's hard to go back down. I don't know how NFL players are getting $100 million deals and not just living off interest. I told you you can do the 4% rule over there in the stock market. You can get interest over here. Interest. You ever see the credit card commercials where they you get 3% this back and you look at it, you probably like, who got time for that? White people. And they abuse it and they live off it. We don't live off it. I need y'all to live off it. Y'all don't live off it. Overlook it and think that's $100 off interest. 100. We not taking advantage. I'm talking to y'all. And not even to make it a race thing. To my in the trenches. You could be any race. You shout out my Rican, everybody, white, whatever. Yo, we gotta lock in. Nope. Stop leaving your money in your Chase. If that's your rainy day saving, like you're not supposed to touch it, put it in Marcus. If it's, oh, let me save this money because I'm spending it later, sure, you can leave it in there. But if that's your rainy day, I'm not touching it, it need to be in there. So safety net level 1, my young boys, you need 500 in there. I need that from y'all. My level 2, if you order the 18, get yourself 1,000. I need 1,000 in there. You need to double it. All right. So if you order the 18, I'm not gonna put no cap to the age because when you lock in is when you lock in. You need 1,000 in Marcus for rainy days. You need to be broke, eating chips with your bonnet on, saying, I don't got it, I'm broke, when people ask you for money. But you know if it ever get rough, to the point where somebody kicking you out, you don't have nowhere to stay, you have $1,000 in your Marcus. That's real adulthood. And you should feel good knowing that I got that money saved. Instead of touching it, feel good in your discipline. Don't feel good in your nastiness. Going back and telling yourself you're going to do something, lying to yourself is nastiness. You should actually look back like, bro, I'll keep lying to myself. I'm addicted to not saving money.
File your taxes 100% free in the app.